What's going on YouTube? Just decided to do a little nighttime drive video to give you an update on my last video showing the way the tint on the fog lights looks at night. This kind of gives you a good idea of that. So one nice thing about Toyota, they put LED lights even on the license plate lights. I've had Ford, like I said, I had the Raptor before, and everything's LED except for the license plate lights, which, I mean, it's the most inexpensive bulb, but for some reason they don't do it. You always have to swap them out. It comes from the factory like that. And this kind of just shows you the offset of those wheels and tires. A nice little poke, not too much. This is a Platinum, so it does have the sequential lights. Now on this truck it is black, but right here in this lighting you can see it has a ton of flake in the paint job. Looks really good. Delilah again is here with me. Of course, this is a Platinum, so ambient lighting. Looks really good with the big screen. I mean, this truck just looks so good at night inside. Real quick, I'm just gonna put my hazard lights on to show you. These trucks do have sequential lights on the Platinums. As you can tell, it blinks the inside out. And then let's go to the front. Of course, turn signal mirrors. And then you can see the sequentials and the headlights as well. We'll go ahead and jump in and we'll go for a little nighttime drive. Hold on, baby. I'll hold it right now for now. So one thing is, my truck does have the 3.1 Westcott with 35s. This Platinum that I did get does not have the automatic steps. It just wasn't equipped with it. So getting in and out, it is a little bit of a jump. And right here, of course, I didn't show this in my last video, has the camera for the rearview mirror. Of course, you just flip it off and it's the mirror. Right. Hold on, baby. Hold on. I know you want to hold it, baby. So also, we're just gonna get the sound of the exhaust. Kind of a POV night drive. Delilah wants some ice cream, so I think we're gonna go get some ice cream. You excited about that, baby? Yeah. I did put it in sport mode just so the exhaust kind of picks up a little bit better. And the back window is down and the sunroof is tilted up. So if you're wondering how much noise is on the cabin, it's just because of that. So the Westcott lift, I mean, it rides good. You will notice it's a little stiffer, as you can tell. Now this road is extremely bumpy, but there is a noticeable difference when you do the Westcott. But again, it's a good daily. Nothing too crazy to where it's too rough. And get on it right here, that way you can hear the exhaust. These trucks are quick. This is not even the hybrid version. So if I'm correct, I think they're like 380 horsepower around there. And I mean, it's made it up with a 10-speed transmission. And I mean, it's quick. It's just enough power for what you need. So I can imagine the hybrids. And again, the back window is open, but for the most part, I mean, the exhaust sounds good. Again, like I said, it's a V6, so you're not going to get that deep V8 sound. This is a Corsa muffler. I think it's considered like their sport. It's the universal one. You can find it on Summit Racing. We also have an Escalade Sport, a 2022. It has the same muffler and it sounds ridiculous on the Escalade, but I decided to put it on this. That way there's no drone. I'm going to shut that back window now, just to give you an idea of how this exhaust sounds with it closed. And now that's, I mean, exactly with it closed. I mean, it's not loud at all inside. No drone, because it is, of course, a muffler. At any RPM, we don't have any drone. I did mention we have an Escalade with the same muffler. Our Escalade is currently in the shop, getting a wholly rebuilt motor. 12,500 miles. It's a 2022, and that's a whole nother story. It's been in the shop for about 2.5 months. We're actually working to see if we're gonna just get another one and trade us out into a newer one. Apparently, it's an ongoing issue with the 6.2 motors. I knew it going into it. Thought the 21s were the issue, and apparently 2022s have that issue too. So we're trying to figure out on that. I also have another Cadillac. Now it's a little bit older. I'll show that in our next video that we do, and do a kind of an overview on another car. I have an appreciation for every single type of vehicle, from big lifted trucks on 12-inch lift, 40s that I've had, muscle cars, I've had classic cars, even imports. My next vehicle that I'm probably gonna do, you'll see in the next clip that it's gonna be definitely different from the Tundra. Here in Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have a big car community, and you'll see all types of vehicles here. Now, one thing I do want to go over is my gas mileage right there, 14.9. I drive about 7 minutes to work each day. That was showing at 15.3. Now, since I did put the wheels and the lift on, it's dropped down about 0.4. But for the most part, full tank on this truck, I get a little over 400 miles a tank, and which is not bad at all. This is average. I mean, my Raptor was getting right at like 14, 15 miles per gallon as well. So very similar. Our Escalade actually averages about 15 miles per gallon as well. So it's where it seems like where all these bigger trucks and SUVs, that's where they kind of tend to hang around at. Now, a couple years ago when the TRX did come out, I did buy a TRX. I had it like probably for 2 months, and that thing would average 7 to 8, 9 miles per gallon if I really was taking it easy on it. So, I mean, that one just had to go. It just wasn't a practical vehicle for a daily driver. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in just the regular mode. Of course, you can put it in eco mode as well. That shows right there. I usually just drive it in normal, and it does pretty good on gas mileage. And as you can hear the exhaust, again, the sunroof is cracked open, but again, it's not loud in here at all. You know, me and Delilah, we can have a conversation and it'll be perfectly fine to, you know, go on a road trip. I'm gonna jump on the highway real fast just to give you an acceleration video. And this is just a normal, this is not in a sport. Just gonna ease into it. Now you are going to hear the tires. I don't know if the camera's going to be picking that up. They are mud terrains. I'm going to close the sunroof. But for the most part, I mean, this is probably cruising about like 66 or so. Sure, my speedometer is off just because of the 35s. But I mean, it just dropped down a gear, and I mean, look at that, it's just cruising. Truck's not bumpy at all. That's probably just my hand moving. But for the most part, I mean, it's comfortable. Here soon, we are going to get the front windshield tinted. This is the first truck that I haven't done it like immediately when I bought it. I've gotten a couple tint tickets lately, so we kind of just took it easy on this one and not just do the 30% tint with the 5% sides. I think this truck did come from New Mexico, so I think they tinted it just a little bit darker than 30%. I think it looks like more like closer to like 25%. So I think I'm gonna leave those alone. Just do the 30% on the windshield and 5% on the rear. Haven't decided just quite yet if I want to do that or just 50% on the windshield. So, I mean, it's just cruising. I mean, that's a pretty big bump right there, and you can tell it takes it pretty well. I'm just gonna go ahead and get on and give you a little 60 pull. Like I said, these trucks are quick. Once it builds into that boost, they will get moving. So anyone with their 5.3 or 6.0s want to do a quick little run, kind of want to see how fast this truck is. Which I don't mind running on some mud terrains, you know, from like a 30 roll or something like that, but nothing over 100 miles an hour. It's not safe to definitely run that fast on mud terrains. But other than that, I mean, like I said, it's a nice truck. I'm pretty happy with this truck. system, the JBL system. I know some people have said something about the older Tundras. I never heard the JBL system in the older Tundras. I said this is my first Toyota, so apparently those weren't that good of a system. This one I'm impressed with. It sounds good. It has enough deep bass. Let me see if this will play while I'm playing the video.